This is Dustin, and boy, do I got a good video for you. This video is all about the big picture. What is the big picture? Well, actually, I just came up with this name, used it a couple years ago to kind of build out my own mind map to all the different ways that I could market and advertise my products and services on the internet. So I hope this is a great value to you if you have any type of product or service on the internet that you're currently marketing or trying to leverage the internet in any way to win and gain clients. So what I want to do is show you guys this, and I don't want to take up too much time, but we'll go through it and maybe you'll pick up some ideas that might help you in your online adventures. So the first thing I want to take a look at is the projects. Now, most people, most business owners that I've run across, they all have multiple products and services they want to promote on the internet. For example, a real estate company. You have maybe the sales side, maybe the service side. You have additional add-on services for tenants, for owners, and you have a bunch of different things, but you want to make sure that you can simultaneously leverage as much as possible all those products and services on the internet. So this was just a mind map that I created, and I'm going to look at the second piece of it. Let me zoom out a little bit. I'll show you the whole thing, and then we'll zoom back in and let you guys check it out here. Okay, this is the social media mind map that I created. I just kind of created this along the way by me throwing up .coms, helping others throw up .coms, and implementing some social strategies to drive more targeted traffic to their online offers. So let's go ahead and zoom back in here, and I'll go over some of the points. Okay, and if you look up here to the top left, the first one is search engine submission. Now, anytime you have a new .com, it's pretty standard that you can submit for free to Google, Yahoo, and Bing. There's some other free top sites you can submit to their search engines. There's also paid search engine submissions, and it just depends, but at least get the basic three. Now, that just kind of reminds me every time I register a new .com that once the .com is ready, optimized, I'm submitting that, so all my other efforts can get spidered and hopefully picked up in the top of Google. Okay, the next one is directory submission. Now, there's a bunch of different directories that you can submit to. Now, these business directories, if you have a business address, a business phone number, whether it's like a toll-free or a local or a combination of both, your fax number, maybe your .com, it just depends on the website. You can submit your business to directories online for free. And if you look at the list here, you'll definitely see a couple right here that I like to reference and use every time I start up a new company or a new venture. We open up a new office, and I know exactly where to go and submit my business information. So this helps you get targeted traffic. Some people will go out and search on Google, but some people will go to yellowpages.com and look for a service provider in their area. So you never know where you're going to get that next person from, so it's better just to be everywhere. The next one I want to go over is content sharing. Now, content sharing is basically when you have a piece of text, audio, or video, and you're sharing that content with others on the web, whether it's through your own website or third-party websites that you can use to post articles on, press releases on, social network on, in groups, forums, videos, podcasting, photo sharing sites, wikis, forums, blogs. There's a bunch of different ways you can provide content. And the basic methods that I have here is article posting. I do have a couple top sites here that I like to use. There's a bunch of different sites you can use to article post for free. There's a bunch of paid sites, but my main tip, I guess, with article posting is don't get wrapped up in trying to do 30 articles on 50 sites when most people realistically have a hard time getting out one. So just stay focused. Maybe sit down, write one good article, hire a ghostwriter to write one good article for you, Me, I'm particular. I like to write my own stuff, so it's just, it costs me more time to, go out and find a good copywriter that's going to write what I want, pay him a decent fee because I like to pay for what I get, and then get that back and see what's going on. I mean, when I could literally just pop up a text file, um, type out a new thing real quick, and hope I wrote the right copy. So that's just the way to do it. The next one is press releases. Now with press releases, if you have a new service, a new product, you hired a new employee, there's something that changed with your company, you have a new version of something, this is a great time to do a press release. Here are the top 2 sites that I like to use when I want to do a press release for a new product or service, and you should really think about leveraging that next time you just have something to announce about your company. Most people never do a press release. By you doing the press release, you can leverage high traffic sites, news wires, and maybe even get picked up by a journalist to get some media coverage, whether that be TV in the newspaper. Options for that are endless. So don't overlook those when you're out there providing content. The next one is social networking. Now, this term's been out there a lot, social networking. The term nowadays is social media. I think it's kind of the same, but there's some top sites that you definitely want to be on and leveraging. The main 2 are Facebook and LinkedIn. My advice here, I guess, for the social networking is you don't have to have a ton of these, all these sites with your profile filled out with links to your .com and all that. Although it is nice, when you come out with a fresh piece of content that you can just log on these real quick and copy and paste your information in there, update your status or a page or a blog entry, and move on to the next one. But the social networking, Facebook, LinkedIn, you can meet a lot of contacts on there. There's a lot of different groups probably that are interested in exactly what you have to offer. You can find them, you can add them as friends, and once they're their friends, you can invite them to, maybe join your events or your groups, take a look at your pages, and ultimately you can chat with them live once they're your friends. So don't overlook that either. That's instant person that but be careful. I mean, you don't want to be too intrusive. I mean, you want to really get out there and help people. You don't just want to come out and try to pitch somebody. I mean, get out there and help people and exchange ideas and knowledge and win clients that way. That's it for social networking. Get through this section here pretty quick. The videos, don't overlook the power of video. You have seen the rise of YouTube. There's a couple other big sites out there, and if you have videos, get them up, get them optimized, and get fresh content out there. You never know when the next video you upload is going to go viral, and you can get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of hits that are promoting your product or brand. So don't overlook that. Another option is podcasting. It's more audio. Maybe if you have some type of series or a news or a radio type event, podcasting is a great way to get your stuff out there in a downloadable format that people can listen on the go on their iPods or iPads. Don't overlook podcasting and maybe recording something. It doesn't have to be a 3-hour show or a 2-hour show. If you can get one done a month, just one, that's 20 minutes long. That's it, 20 minutes long. Maybe work on longer ones in the future. That's all you have to do. Just get it done and get it up and get it out. And, if you search for podcasting sites, you'll find a bunch. I don't really have too many listed here. I don't really leverage podcasting too much. I know I'm guilty. I should, but that's just my reality. I'm only one person. So the next one is photo sharing. Flickr, Photobucket are my favorite top 2 to use. You can upload your images and optimize them and even drive links outside back to your content or other content sites. Wikis, don't overlook that. If you have some great information, you can get in there, provide valuable content, and gain more traffic to your blogs and services. So that's another great way. Forums and blogs. You can get in there, comment. If you see great posts, comment on it. If you like this post or this video, comment on it. I'm just here kind of doing what I do and sharing this with you, But by you asking questions or how to do this or how to do that, I mean, that makes great content so everybody can learn and do things a little bit quicker. So the blogs, as far as my preference, WordPress dominates. WordPress, even as a CMS to replace your existing CMS, I mean, you got to get on the platform. If you have a lot of content, a lot of articles, and you want to take the time, leverage all these other blog sites. Maybe integrate them in one at a time. If that's the way that you want to go, and have some good posts, some good content, get some good user-generated comments going on your site, maybe with a little Facebook integration or something, Facebook commenting, definitely don't overlook that. Another thing, groups. Don't overlook groups. This is another free method. Everything that I've showed, talking about so far, it's all free. So don't overlook the groups. Facebook groups, MySpace groups, Google, Yahoo, MSN groups. There's a lot more groups out there. There's a lot of niche websites that have niche real estate groups online, like meetup.com. Meetup.com, you can find local groups in your area and actually get off the internet and physically go meet people. It's a great way to network and find like-minded individuals to learn stuff and implement it, take action. So I'm going to go back up here. I don't want to take up too much more time, so I'm going to kind of go through these a little quick. RSS directory submission. If you have a WordPress site that's thrown off the RSS feed, or you have any other type of format for the RSS feed, there's directories out there that you can submit for free, and some of them that syndicate. So it's a great way to do that. Don't overlook that. Social bookmarking. I got a huge list here for social bookmarking. You can maybe pause this, take a look at these sites individually, see if you want to use them or not. A great way, I mean, to have somebody else do it for you. Create all these accounts, free accounts, and when you got something to say, imagine how many backlinks you can get. Don't use all the same ads though, or content, because you don't want to get duplicate content on the net. The next one, everything that I've talked about is free, other than free classified advertising. I'm going to go ahead and review these two, and then I'll come back up to paid. Okay, account status updating. You have Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace, Scribe, friend feed. What are you saying on these things? Are you updating your status enough? I mean, if you have a friend that has 500 friends, and those 500 friends are updating your status like crazy, and you're only updating your status once a week, I mean, odds are that your status, by the time you update it and update it again, it's going to get buried. They might not even see it, depending on how busy they are. So, keeping fresh content and up there, it's important to have a system to status update all your online accounts that you're currently leveraging, especially Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Those are my top three. Friend feed's another great one, and you can hook up a lot of these social bookmarking accounts and a lot of the accounts that are on this mind map here. Last thing I want to talk about for the social marketing mind map is paid advertising. Banner advertising, pay-per-click advertising, classified advertising. There's CPA advertising. I don't have that on here. There's a ton of different ways that you can advertise on the net. It just depends on your budget, and it depends on the type of ads that you want to have, and maybe even budget a little bit for testing and tuning your campaign too. So you have the banner advertising, pay-per-click, classified, CPA, which is not on here. Those are probably my top four. That's it for the social marketing mind map section, and I got one more section over here I want to show you. Now, you out there posting relevant content, hopefully it's optimized and tagged. This is a great way to build yourself up in the search engine as well. I'll just zoom in a little bit here so I can go over this. These are just some key things to think about and look over. I'm not really going to spend too much time on this. Maybe I'll do another video on it. With this, as far as your search engines, you got crawling and indexing, link and analysis and rating, SEO ranking, which has, there's different factors in that. There's on-page optimization for your websites, the link reputation, your authority and page rank, trust factors, and the user behavior on their website, through the tracking of analytics and other tools to help you leverage your ROI. The other thing is the keyword strategy, navigation crawlability, on-page SEO, link building and promotion, and measuring your results. Those are some of my top things, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you take some ideas out of this and can implement them in your own online campaigns. We'll see you in the next video.